Hey everybody, this is a continuation of iteration on the playlist. So we've already looked at where there's a change in sign, there's a solution, and there's been a worksheet for you to practice on the previous video. This one is going to be looking at how to rearrange. Now, if you're not good at rearranging, you'll need to watch some videos on rearranging or maybe revise that separately. This is just going to go straight into it, and it assumes you know how to rearrange things like squares, by square rooting or cube rooting, and things like fractions. So just a quick recap, part A is show that there's a change in sign. Part B is show where you can rearrange one equation into another representation. So the reason for doing this will become apparent later in the topic. We're not going to go into why we rearrange it. Some of this actually hits onto year 13 content, but for now you just need to be able to rearrange stuff. So if you're asked to rearrange, you must show all of the steps to gain full marks. The whole point of the question is to show that you can rearrange it. So question here, this is an example, x squared minus 3x plus 1. Show that it can be rearranged to give the following. First thing you want to do is look at what has been rearranged. So I can see the x squared is staying intact, so I'm not going to be doing any square roots. I can see we're dividing both of these by 3, and there's a 3x here. So dividing by 3 is going to be something I'm going to need to do. The other thing I notice is there's a plus 1 here, and there's a plus 1 there. So with practice and with more exposure to these types of questions, you're going to become very quick at doing this, but occasionally you may rearrange it wrong and you just have to start again. Very straightforward though, generally. So first thing I want to do here is I am going to add 3x to both sides. So add 3x, add 3x. Now that gives me x squared plus 1 equals 3x, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So that gives me x squared plus 1 over 3 is equal to x. And actually we've got our answer here. We just need to represent this in another way, split this into two separate fractions. So x squared plus 1 all over 3 is the same as x squared over 3 plus 1 over 3. And that's it. That's your answer. So let's try a second example here. That's just the working out on the slides in case you want to pause the video and have a look here. So try this question, pause the video, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I can see the x squared again stays as it is, but it becomes negative x squared. So I'm going to take away x squared from both sides, and I think we're going to divide by 5. So let's do that. So take away x squared, take away x squared. So that gives me 5x minus 1 equals negative x squared. I'm then going to add 1 to both sides. And I can see the 1 is put in front in the example we have, so I'm going to put that in front of the x squared. So this becomes 5x equals 1 plus x squared, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And there we've got our answer. So x equals 1 plus x squared all over 5. And there's your answer. So generally not too tricky to rearrange these. They can get a bit harder. We'll look at those in these videos now, but here's just the slides. It's all been typed up in case you want to look at this. And I now want you to practice rearranging. Don't skip any of these questions. They should be quite quick for you to rearrange. Pause the video and have a go, and then I'm going to show you the solutions in 3, 2, 1. So these are the answers to the rearrangements, and you must show you're working out, otherwise you don't get any marks. Okay, so the next part of this topic will be, so we've done part A and part B. We're going to look at part C in the next video, which is to use the iteration formula. I may add an extra video practicing rearranging though, so it might be the video after that. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.